Hey guys, what's up? Figure I'd run through this really quick and show you the difference between the Umnumzaan cologne and the real Umnumzaan from Chris Reeve. Obviously this one has been nuked, so you're going to see a little bit of difference there. This one is just straight bronze anodized. But I just want to show you the major things that you need to look for. Maybe you're trading one of your knives or a couple of knives for an Umnumzaan and you don't want to be taken. So maybe this will be a good reference point for somebody. This cologne here does not have that locking, the lock stop, the hinder, lock stop, stabilizer. It's not really a stabilizer anyways. Could be another video. It's a lock overextender stop is what it is on the Umnumzaan. On the XM18 it is a stabilizer. Two different things. But anyways, so I'm going to run through these. This is one of the first generations of Umnumzaan. So the one thing that's different between this one and the newer ones, obviously the Idaho made up here. So you're going to get this Idaho made on the newer Umnumzaans. You're going to get the locking stop here, which this clone does not have. But you know, if it doesn't have it, it doesn't mean it's fake, because right here's a real one. The big thing, you can see this titanium is thicker than the actual Chris Reeve Umnumzaan. And another thing is the clip. Now I did test it for the owner of this knife. I'm going to shoot you a link to this video and let you know that this factory Chris Reeve clip, I don't know if, I'm pretty sure they don't sell the parts. So I'm not sure how you're going to obtain a real hinder clip, not hinder, a real Chris Reeve clip, but it will fit in that milled out area here, so you'll get your shorter real deal Chris Reeve clip. I can also tell you this was not a titanium clip, so when I went to treat this in the nuke treatment, I had to bronze anodize this with a torch, and then I did the distress look from there. But anyways, the clip is not real titanium on the clones, and there's a few other differences. My hardware is smooth on this side, but that's just an old Chris Reeve thing. All the newer ones have this fitting on both sides, so you can plug your bit, your hex driver in there, star bit, what they use. Yeah, you know what I mean, Allen key on both sides. So big difference there. The length of the clip, there you can see it. The thickness in the titanium, so it's kind of funny that the knockoff is a little thicker than the real deal. Also, look how tight, this is where Chris Reeve's tolerances are going to come in. Look how tight this is in here, and then look how much thicker the washers are on this. Can you see it? See how you can see space where my finger is underneath here? Maybe. And you can't with the Umnumzaan. Just a lot tighter. Also, this pivot is a lot different, and also the pivot on the fake one is not titanium. On the real one it is titanium. So anyways, look at the difference in the pivot, which now the newer Umnumzaans do not have this large flange pivot. They went to like the 25 pivot, or actually the 25 went to the Umnumzaan. So anyways, it looks a lot like this, just a little bit larger. So no more of this large here. Both have the glass breaker. You can see the real one sticks out a little bit more. You can see some of the stuff they really nailed, all this beveling around. Even the milling for the checkers. The size of the lock bar. Another thing that really amazed me when I had this knife apart, the ceramic ball that's actually the detent and the lock stop is actually set in the hinder, the fake one here. I don't know why, it's far from a hinder. But anyways, I'm not advocating you run out and buy a clone. I just want to show you the differences. To me, I don't know, it depends on what you want. the owner, I talked to him on the telephone, seemed like he's gonna buy the real deal. This has only made his interest stronger. So anyways, there's a big argument, you know, do clones hurt or help? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not going to pretend to know. What I'm showing you is this thumb stud is a little bit different too. You can see how nice and precise this is. It's got a little more meat on the outside. Also the actions. This feels like it's sitting on a cushion of air. It's insane. And then with no blade play at all. Show you a lock up on that. And this, it's not bad, but it doesn't feel any, you know, different than any other knife. In fact, it's a tad bit sticky, which is kind of bizarre because it's got the ceramic interface there. So the owner asked me to try to smooth this one up, and I tried to take some of the spring out of the lock bar, but then it had a little bit of play. So I think the owner would rather have a nice solid lockup, you know, versus the super smooth action, which may not be as strong as lockup. So they got a few things right. I think they missed on a few other things. I don't know if it was by choice or whatever, but not reviewing the clone, I just don't want anybody to get taken by a clone, you know, if you're going to trade for something. You can see the back spacer is different as well. So anyways, one of the biggest things I would say, just look for this thicker titanium here. Although I guess it would be hard to tell if you didn't have another one to compare it to. So your real quick will be the longer clip, the different back spacer, a little bit thicker meat on the thumb stud. It's not going to focus. A little bit different design on the pivot. See how this recesses down, and this just kind of comes down. Right here. This is like set at about a 45-degree angle. This is kind of just rounded. The logo looks right and everything. So the jimping's pretty well spot on. So that's what it is, guys. Don't get taken. It's sad that there is that many people knocking off these knives and they're doing it this well. It just makes you wonder, like, why can't they just design their own knives and produce them that well, you know? Why do they got to ride on Chris Reeve? Because obviously they can make a really nice functional knife, but they got to take their design. I don't know. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Don't get taken out there, guys. Just research. Try to buy from somebody reputable, maybe on the forums. Research. If you're getting the Umnumzaan, ask for, you know, picture of the pivot. Maybe even ask for a clip length or something like that. Ask for a picture of the thumb stud, because that's a really telltale sign right there. That's it, guys. Appreciate your time. See ya.